Hi, I'm Joel Z from Great Lakes Home Solutions, Michigan's #1 foreclosure solution and short sale team. By far, the most often question that I get asked is, how do I know if my realtor is qualified to do a short sale? Well, I finally put this video together for you, so here we go. Why do I get this question asked so often? Because I'm the guy that teaches the realtors in Michigan how to do short sales. I have the only state of Michigan approved course for realtors that's taught by a full-time bank negotiator. That's me. My team succeeds almost 80% of the time with short sales when a buyer is found. The national average is only about 10%. I teach realtors how to do short sales the right way in hopes on improving on that 10% success rate. If you're skeptical like me, your first thought is, okay, this is going to be a sales pitch by Joel since he wants to list my house. Well, guess what? I can't list your house because I'm not a realtor. I'm a bank negotiator. So you're not going to get that pitch from me to list your house. So just relax, sit back, and learn. So let's begin. Say you realize that you just can't afford your house and you want to get out from under it and you've decided to sell it. But you want to be sure that your lenders don't come after you for the money that they lose through a foreclosure. You've done your research based on credible sources, and you've come to the conclusion, based on what you owe, that you'll need a short sale in order to sell your house. A short sale is when lenders agree to take less than what's owed so you can sell the house. Of course, this is a no-brainer compared to the alternative of a full foreclosure. If a short sale is done correctly, you won't be put in the worst situation. The key word here being correctly. So how do you know if your realtor is qualified to do a short sale correctly? Let's go over the key questions that you should be asking and the key attitudes that you should be looking for. As I go through this, if you decide that finding the right realtor is just too hard, we've got a handful across Michigan that we've trained to meet all of these criteria. Just give us a call and we'd be glad to refer one of them to you. First off, let's check their attitude. Let's see if they have the guts to tell you that you need a short sale. You've already figured it out that you need a short sale. They probably know it too. But if they can't tell you, they certainly don't have what it takes to negotiate with your lender, get you out of a nasty deficiency or 1099. Here's how to find out. Tell them that you're behind and likely facing foreclosure soon and you want to sell it. Don't mention short sale and do not tell them what you owe until after they tell you what they think it's going to sell for. In this market, in 2 months or less. This is just so critical, I'm going to repeat it. They give you a number first, and then you tell them what you owe on your house. Make sense? If they hesitate about giving you a value before they know what you owe, run. You and I know that the value of your house has absolutely nothing to do with what you owe on it, but it has everything to do with what the market says that it's worth, right? Once you get a number from them and you tell them what you owe, including any back taxes that you owe, late fees, things like that, ask them if you can close without bringing any money to the table and without you owing any money after the closing. If they change direction and tell you that, well, I may be able to sell it for a higher number than what they told you the first time, thereby avoiding the short sale, again, you need to run. They're trying to avoid the short sale because it's so much more work for them, or they don't have the experience, or both. They're just going to cost you time, which of course you can't afford right now. You need someone that's going to tell you the truth flat out, that yes, you need a short sale, and yes, they're not afraid of negotiating for you. This is a major attitude check for your realtor. If they don't pass with flying colors, you need to find somebody else. Now, here are some key questions that you can ask to see how well of a job they're going to do. How many of your listings need short sales? How many of your listings don't need short sales? If short sales are a small percentage of their total listings, it's not a specialty of theirs and a possible red flag. How long have your short sale listings been on the market? If they average more than 3 or 4 months without an offer, they're not aggressive enough with the pricing. You need an offer fast to avoid the full foreclosure, don't you? How many short sales have you successfully closed with no deficiency within the last 6 months? Lenders are constantly changing their procedures, and unless this number is 6 or more, it's another possible red flag. What percentage of your short sales have you closed? You're basically asking them how good they really are. How do you determine what the initial price will be and how often it's going to change and what the price should be changed to? This is another attitude check type question. You're fishing to see who's in control of the process. If they're leaving things up to your lender to determine the pricing strategy, this is a bad decision. The market determines the value of your house, not your lenders. Your realtor's understanding of the market and their decision to listen to the market and not listen to your lenders is key to their success. Who talks to the lenders and waits on holds? Is it the realtor or an assistant? Don't be fooled here. Realtors know that they don't make money waiting on hold. If they tell you it's them, you can count on them not making it a priority simply because they make their money by showing houses and getting listings. This is what they're taught from the very beginning. Assuming someone else does it, you need to talk with that person and ask them the same sort of questions that I'm covering on this video. Where'd my question go? What do I do? What do you do if the bank asks you to cut your commissions to make the short sale work? Many agents are taught to bluff that they want full commission. That's great if they can get away with it and convince your lenders to pay the commission in full. Well, what if the lenders call their bluff, which they almost always do? Will this cause your short sale approval to be denied because the realtor wouldn't give up part of their commission? You'd be shocked how many short sales die because of this mistake. Here's a big one to wrap things up. Where did you get your short sale training from? How many hours of short sale negotiating training have you taken? If they're winging it without training, you're in trouble. They should be taking every opportunity to get trained on working short sales if they can. There are some awesome courses available for them and some terrible ones. The national average for realtors getting short sales closed is only about 10%. Our average with our specially trained realtors is almost 80%. They need to do something to get above that 10% national average. Of course, I'm a bit biased when it comes to the training that I think they should get. As I mentioned earlier, I have a state of Michigan approved continuing education course that they should have taken, and I can actually tell you if they have. Details on the course are at www.shortsalecertified.com. It's the only course approved in Michigan that's taught by a full-time short sale negotiator. Again, that's me. Checking their attitude and looking at answers to all of these questions are going to give you an excellent idea if you want them working your short sale. I've coached sellers through this process over the years, and they're all shocked with the number of realtors that they actually have to interview before they find someone that's remotely qualified. Be prepared to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince or princess. Of course, we have realtors around the state that have already passed all these strict criteria that we can refer to you. Not only that, we've teamed up with them in the best of all partnerships. They do what they do best, which is sell the house, and we do what we do best, which is negotiate with your lender. Never a fee. To learn more about these realtors and how we work with them, you can go to www.stopmichiganforeclosure.com and click on the blog button. You can also learn more about stopping foreclosures by watching the video at www.howtostopmichiganforeclosure.com. I hope you found these tips helpful. Feel free to call my office at 269-685-5921 to get this list of questions or to get more information and referrals to the realtors that we can recommend. Again, the number is 269-685-5921. Happy hunting.